Armageddon Time from director James Gray, who put out the absolutely brilliant Lost City of Zed a few years back, one of my favorite of the last decade. Basically, what we have here is it's kind of a coming of age story. It takes place in the fall of 1980 with the Reagan election kind of as a backdrop. You have this kid named Paul, played by Banks Repeta, who is a really good artist, but not that great of a student. And on his first day of sixth grade, he befriends a young boy named Johnny, played by Jalen Webb, who is seen as something of a troublemaker. The two basically have your normal sixth grader interactions, but one time they do get caught smoking weed in the bathroom, and that's enough for Paul's parents, played by Jeremy Strong and Anne Hathaway, and his grandfather, played by Anthony Hopkins, to put him in a private school so that he can, in essence, have the best chance possible at a future. The problem there is that he's immediately confronted with racism and anti-Semitism, and his friendship with Johnny becomes strained because he sees these bullies basically using racial slurs at him and doesn't know how to react for fear of his own social reprisals. I really enjoyed the dynamic that Banks Repeta has with Anthony Hopkins, this grandfatherly advice about you need to stand up for your friend. We're in this country because people tried to kill us and my parents. As he says, you got to be a mensch. And the rapport that those two have is absolutely brilliant and heartwarming in the extreme. There are a couple of heavy-handed moments, like they literally have Fred Trump, Donald's father, as one of the characters, and his sister Mary Ann, played by Jessica Chastain, giving a speech at the private school about how it's not a handout. You've earned it if you get an education. You're like that's a bit much, but the core of the film is really solid, and it's not a forgive the phrase, it's not a black and white type of situation. There's a lot of nuance in how this young boy, who is adjudicated to be a little bit slow on the uptake on things, tries to figure out how to deal with things. And when he just wants to, paint pictures and have fun with his friend who dreams of being an astronaut, despite the fact that he's from a broken home and has no chance. It's a really good portrait of situational privilege, because even as a kid from a middle-class Jewish family, he still has more of a leg up than Johnny does, but he has less of a leg up than his classmates. It's a really good way to kind of just blur the lines here. I really enjoyed it.